The longer you scratch around for something nice to say, the it looks. By the way,
he does boast some very good run PBs.
Do you think the running's the best part of your game?
No. If you look at me swim, you think that's probably the worst technique I've ever seen.
I really have no idea what the I'm doing.
I can't really name a cool triathlon swimmer.
There was a time before I knew what HRV was. There was a day.
Okay.
I missed that day.
I think the only place where the lactate testing is really important is when you're bumping up against your maximum potential and you need the final percent. I think some of the Norwegian method, the method is confusing the opposition.
Look into my eyes, look into my eyes, the eyes. Look around the eyes, don't look around the eyes, look into my eyes.
Do you not be
You get
perfect?
what I'm trying to say.
Slightly less nuts and the 2 pieces of toast.
These nuts.
I didn't realise I was going to get the fat shame in the same episode as well. This is so hard for me.
Advice.
No, you're not. Don't wear an aero helmet that much. I do
I've
sometimes.
seen you in it.
Yeah, you're quite renowned for like a tight fitting.
Is it sex
Yeah.
sales? Is that the idea? Trying to get like as skimpy as possible for your social
No,
media?
I think it's more like
Get them out.
These bad boys, that's shining. You look at all these top level athletes and you're like, yeah. If you weren't doing sport, you'd be locked up in a hospital and you
Locked
would.
Locked up is a bit ropey, but okay, we're going to leave that in.
They would be locked up.
clip that. If we liked everything about everyone, the world would be a boring place.
Dan,
Brad,
nice to see you, mate.
and you.
We've got another week of a special guest in the studio. This is one that you've arranged. Do you want to do a little bit of an intro?
Do I want to do an intro?
I think you should.
I can do an intro.
If
Yeah.
not, I've done
Yeah.
a little bit of research.
Better
Look
be
at him
nice.
looking at
Better
me.
be nice.
It better be a good
I can see
one.
his notes on the thing, and I think it would be better coming from over here.
You've seen what I've written.
I've edited it a bit.
Okay.
Ironman world champ.
Okay. Well, what I understand about you, Malachi, is what's available online. So let me just list off what I know, and then you can gap fill, right?
Okay.
Age 23.
Correct.
Brilliant. Right, good start. Thanks, ChatGPT.
Almost 24.
Really?
No.
Okay. Favorite color? Pink.
No.
It's all you talk about on social media is your pink bike.
Yeah, true.
Pink lycra. Other languages that you speak are fluent in sarcasm and satire. Yep.
Yeah, fair. I do a bit of Spanish as well. I can ask for 1 ticket to the pool, please.
2 beers, mate.
One ticket
No,
to the
can't
pool.
do beers.
Una boleta a la piscina.
See.
British. Oh, that was correct.
That
by
was
the way.
good, that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm not just a podcast host. British middle distance champion 2022.
That was a long time ago, but
Yeah. Age group champion, wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
British middle. Yeah, you were the
Yeah.
age group.
Middle distance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
20 to 24.
Yeah.
Is in
Yeah.
the age bracket 20 to 24.
Yeah.
You'd have been just old enough, I guess, for that.
Yeah.
You graduated from university just. Like you scraped it.
I like how everyone says just. I got 42%. That's 2 whole percent over the pass mark. So everyone needs to drop that now.
Two very important
Yeah,
percentages.
exactly.
And then favourite song? Baby Shark. I imagine that's the only thing going around in your head at the moment.
My Spotify Wrapped is ruined.
Yeah. Did you actually do, so for the context, you did a challenge where it was 3 hours on the bike with Baby Shark playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Did you actually listen to it the whole time?
Yeah, I downloaded this app on my phone. It's got all the timestamps of every minute I listen to the song, and the song's only 1 minute and 20 long. So
Is that it?
159 listens I got.
Have you listened to it, Dan?
No.
You don't know what it is?
I mean, I know the song.
Let's play it now.
All correct then on that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Although not that impressive, but
No,
sure.
it wasn't, was it? It was quite underwhelming.
Pretty
Oh,
underwhelming.
I give him a little bit more for that.
Please do. So let's big up Malachi a little bit.
God, put me on the spot. Really, it's not nice.
The longer you scratch around for something nice to say, the shitter it looks. By
Yeah,
the way, just so
probably.
you know,
Okay.
alright?
He's competed at so I would say that he is a recognised and renowned athlete within the UK for middle distance triathlon. Had a good age group career and then transferred that into a pro career. Had a solid result last year in Salou, which was realistically your first race as a pro.
Well, the Spanish comes from, I assume.
Yeah, where he finished 6th.
That's good.
And then
It's all right.
was one of his biggest accolades was coming out in the front pack in Swansea 70.3.
The elite pack.
Well, yeah, it has to be the elite pack. It's the only pack he's in. because it's the elites last year. So that's 2 pretty good accolades, I think. He's got some good run times, but we won't talk about them yet. I imagine they'll be featured.
Do you know what? There's a bit of a script flip this time.
Okay.
There's no quiz, but we are doing a bit of myth busting later.
Okay.
So you've got something to look forward to. So I want Malachi to talk about the PBs, actually.
Yes.
But if you know any,
He does boast some very good run PBs. He doesn't think they are.
Malachi boast. I haven't really seen that online.
In 2022, I was the fastest woman in the world.
No, boasts is. Yeah.
I'm practicing my
I feel
satire
like-
now.
Got him.
I feel like that's a figure of speech, but yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's Bella.
Good.
Yeah, I won't name the PBs because I think people are always quite impressed when we bring them up in the show.
I think like everyone just forgets that I can actually run kind of fast. I just don't demonstrate it in any races.
It's
very well.
Intentionally.
Yeah,
It's,
I just like to keep my cards close to my chest.
potentially the inconsistency, I guess.
Yeah,
Would you
I'm
s-
consistently inconsistent.
That's a consistency in itself.
Consistency is
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you think the run-in's the best part of your game?
No,
Oh, interesting.
nah,
It used to be, didn't it?
no.
Back when you were younger.
I mean, well, I started out as a swimmer. I'd say.
How
Like,
do you classify yourself as a swimmer then? What were you doing to be classified as a swimmer?
my parents sent me to a swim club.
That would do it.
Quite a renowned one though, isn't it? Ledbury. The Ledbury
Yeah,
Swim Club.
Ledbury, and then now named Ledbury and Malvern Swim Club. It used to be in its day when I was in it, like probably one of the best around here, around the local area anyway. And I was there from maybe 10 years old.
So it's an early start, yeah.
Yeah, up until maybe 15 or 16. But I don't know what I was doing because I never got any good at it.
But
I just
you say
messed
this,
around.
but it's foundations, isn't it? It's 5 years there
Yeah.
of swimming, what, 4 times a week?
Yeah,
So
four
you've
times
got to be
a
building
week.
strength and aerobic.
Have to.
like
It's
all of it.
impossible not to.
Well, I
isn't it?
think the main thing is like the feel, because people always go on about the feel for the water with swimming. And if you look at me swim, you think that's probably the worst technique I've ever seen
I really have no idea what the I'm doing.
for someone that swims that fast. But the like actual feel for the water, like how to push in the right place, I think I've got quite good at.
Yeah, it's
Even
power,
though my
isn't it?
swimming
It's-
technique looks
you
pretty
look at your
rubbish.
swimming and it's powerful.
Yeah.
In that
It just
built
looks
over years.
relaxed
You can't do that in like it takes years to do
Some
that.
people are just never going to learn.
Yeah,
it.
some
Like,
people just never
it's
get
just a
it.
bit unlucky.
There are
but
pros now that just through thousands and thousands of meters just can't really improve that much.
Yeah.
And
So-
they just
yeah.
have, they just can't get that feel for the water that you pick up as it's definitely a thing as a kid.
No, definitely.
There aren't many pro swimmers who've taken it on later in life and are like front pack swimmers. I couldn't name one. I don't know the
It
history.
wouldn't make sense to be that, though, would it?
No, and it's kind of the same with running, isn't it? You do get there's definitely a classic where someone was good as a child, maybe left the sport and then came back to it, and then you're like, oh yeah, you were.
Yeah, that's always the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've got really good,
Yeah.
really fast. Did you
Yeah.
do sport when you were younger? They were like, oh, I did a little bit of running, like running 50k a week from age 10.
It'd be
to-
like James Vaughan now not running for 10 years
Yeah,
after he's just
he'd
run.
be
Like,
insane when he comes back. Like,
he'd still be good, but
There's
he'd
some
only be 30. It's like still
Yeah.
young.
yeah, there's
crazy.
some research out there for like any kind of sport before the age of like 15, 16. You can leave it for like your whole life, come back to it when you're 50,
And you'll
And you
just
just
pick it up.
pick it up so much quicker because
Yeah.
your muscles have got the memory.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to when I quit in a couple of years
And then come back.
absolutely
Shock
smash
the
the
world.
age group. I'm going to be like Donald Brooks.
To smash everyone.
I'll just come back to professional Kit Kat eating again, because that's basically what I did up to the age of 15. So
Oh, you'd be well good at that.
I would be. I once famously, as Dan mentioned before, ate 10,000 calories in a single day.
Is that it?
That's my PB. Is that it? Yeah. As a triathlete, that's like lunch.
That's your next video.
Daily.
That'd get a lot of views, that would.
10,000 calories.
You can challenge beard meets food.
Yeah.
I don't think so. That
That's
guy's a unit.
10,000 calories in one sitting. though,
in
isn't
like 26 minutes or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Okay. I was going to talk a little bit about. So are you saying then? Sorry, that the swimming is your strength because of your background, or do you think?
Well, I don't know, because
What would you say your strength is as
so
a
when I
three?
first started triathlon, I'd been swimming for a while, and I'd thought I'm never really going to get anywhere with this. So I started athletics, which is where I first met Dan, Worcester AC, about 16, 17 years old. And then I got fairly good at running during that time. And I kind of not stepped away, I was still doing it maybe once a week, twice a week. And then I've always done like mountain biking, BMXing. And then around the same time that I started Worcester AC, my mum got me a road bike because I thought, I could have a go at a triathlon. Upton Triathlon, that's quite local to us. I was like, I'll give that a go. That seems pretty fun. Then thought, I'm never going to like go to the Olympics for this, so what's the point? So started running, got better at that, did a bit of cycling, and then, now I've wasted like 10 years of my life trying to become really good at triathlon.
You said something really interesting there to me, though. So
What a waste of my life.
that bit, no. I mean, that's sad that you think that. I think you do incredible stuff online. Actually, I watch it quite a lot. I quite enjoy your content. So
Thanks. That's
but-
one person.
Don't encourage you.
But you said the reason that you looked to step away from swimming was because you were not going to go to the Olympics. Now that sounds honestly like an amazingly sort of competitive and confident thing to say, that you are wanting to deliver such a high standard of sport that you're going to step out of what you're doing to find something else that might take you to the Olympics. That sort of tells me a little bit about your character. So I wondered more about how you think you got that strength of mind. Is it something in your childhood your parents did for you? What do you think drives that?
That's pretty tough.
That's a good question.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is deep. No, I like this.
I'll have to...
Unpicking
where-
Malachi's actual passion would probably be impossible.
Well, we can try.
Well, I've
d-
actually got a reel that I made yesterday that I'm going to post today.
Okay.
And it starts with, do I actually even enjoy triathlon? And I'm not actually like sure if I do.
Okay.
I think what I actually really enjoy is just getting better at stuff. I'm literally just saying the reel I made into the mic.
That's fine.
I just enjoy getting better at stuff. The other day I was on a flight, 4-hour flight, and my girlfriend didn't want to play Mario Kart with me, so I went on single player of this one single loop, Rainbow Road, and for the whole 4 hours, I just tried to beat my PB on the same exact course of Mario Kart. So I think it's not that I obviously quite enjoy triathlon, but I think I really just like getting better and better at stuff. And with the swimming, every swim club, it's like, this person could go to the Olympics. There was a guy in my swim club, Tom Stokes, and he went to the Olympic trials and he was like absolute legend. And I was just thinking, well, I'm never going to be able to be that good. I don't
How much
think.
better was he than you?
Well, he did breaststroke and I can't do that.
Yeah, that's not
Um,
useless for triathlon.
Yeah.
He was significantly better than me.
Yeah.
Like 50 meter free in like 24 seconds
Yeah, okay.
when he was 15.
Yeah.
Insane.
That
but
is good, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
that
it's
is-
pretty fast.
Probably like 10 seconds faster than you at the time.
Probably more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, well, I'm never going to be able to beat him. So this triathlon stuff looks cool.
I need to
And I
pivot
quite-
here.
Sounds
Yeah,
perfect for
let's
you.
go this way. But yeah, I thought I quite enjoy the free sports. I was getting on pretty good with the running, and I really like I never really went out and tried to ride as far as I could or as hard as I could like I do now, but I enjoyed being out on my mountain bike all day or at the skate park and stuff.
You say that, but like you definitely enjoyed a slight extreme element to it.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like,
but I mean, this is like before I ever...
yeah, this is young, like 15.
Yeah, this is like 13, 14
Okay.
on the mountain bike. Like me and my friends at the swim club, we just ride. So I'd go from Malvern, then I'd ride to Ledbury on my mountain bike. So that's like 10 miles. Then I'd ride around Ledbury in the woods there, another hour or so. Then we'd go over to Hereford, and some of them would start to die off. We'd have to stop for a picnic, but I'd keep on doing laps around the woods in Hereford, and then we come all the way back. And it was like 100k on my mountain bike, like 6 or 7 hours. And I used to do that every weekend.
So the power you're building there.
And how old are you? Like 14?
About 14.
Yeah, so like that's, you can't replace that.
Who
No.
knows why I'm injured all the time? Like,
Oh, I mean,
it's a
it's
mystery.
been mentioned.
But yeah, I think I
get
could
onto
see
that.
that I had a bit of potential
Okay.
in triathlon, so I thought that looks like fun. I guess.
It's also giving you 3 things to try and max a PB on. Whereas I suppose if you've got
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a single discipline, you can't keep like thrashing and beating PBs in a single discipline the same
Yeah.
way you could
Yeah.
in tri.
There's only so fast you can get over 2 lengths of front crawl in a pool. Like what? 0.1 of a second faster? Great.
Yes!
But I could get an hour quicker at a triathlon. Like
I mean, it seems to work for quite a
You
few
can't-
Olympians.
quite a few, but all the thousands and thousands that
Yeah.
have dropped out and are now like got mental health problems because they've
It's quite classic with
drilled
swimming, though. Swimming,
the dropout
quite a lot
rate.
of people drop out about 14, 15.
and then do nothing. Like the amount of people in my swim club that now
Don't swim.
do anything, nothing
Yeah.
at all. And there's a few that have like come back, and I see them in the pool, and I'm like, the technique's still there, but the
Yeah.
fitness is just
Dead, yeah.
so far off.
Yeah. It's very rare just to meet an adult swimmer. isn't it?
Yeah, someone that swam when they were younger as an adult.
Yeah.
You either do swimming to a really good standard, you go to the Olympics, or you do swimming to a almost amazing standard.
Age group standard.
And then you never do it again for the rest of your life because it's boring.
Yeah.
And it is boring.
It is, yeah.
Staring at the floor.
Yeah.
I've never swam and timed myself because I would just think that would be horrific. It would be pointless.
You might be really fast though.
Yeah, but for like one length.
Imagine if you were like the next Adam Peaty or something.
I don't think he will be.
Next Rikishi.
Rikishi.
More like it was close rhyme to PT. That's when my head went straight away. Just thought, who's overweight and rhymes with PT?
Probably close to being the next Rikishi.
Oh, thanks, mate. You have to double down on that. Have you got like a sort of role model / inspiration then in the sport currently? So the reason I asked that, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about Alex Yee, and he is exceptionally inspirational what he does in tri, but also in the marathon and stuff recently. Have you got anyone like that you look at and think that's kind of the standard that's inspiring me to get better?
Well, I think firstly on the subject of Alex Yee. So in the UK, there's this series, national series of triathlon, and the qualification event is called the performance assessments. So about 4 years ago, just as Alex Yee was becoming like a legend in the sport of triathlon, his brother was there, and he was telling everyone about the last time his brother, Alex Yee, had done the qualification event and that he'd been lapped out. So he'd gone from being lapped out in qualifying for the national series to being like Olympic standard.
But would that have been lapped out on the bike or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he'd done the swim, was so slow at swimming that on the bike he'd been lapped out and you have to stop. You don't get to finish.
He's always been a runner.
Oh yeah, but the difference that he'd made from being lapped out of this, I mean, it's fairly competitive, but it's not like
it is
the
best
Olympics.
it's the best of the ish. It's 90% the best of the
Anyone
country,
who's going to go
Yeah.
to the Olympics starts in
the performance center. The performance, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like that was the motivation, not for me personally, but for a lot of people, it was like, oh, you've had a bad race, but Alex, you got lapped out a couple of years ago, so you could still go to the Olympics.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah, it's true, actually. Yeah.
So it was quite motivating for a lot of people, but I think for maybe 90%.
The performance assessments are quite demoralising, though, aren't they?
They're very demoralising. So based on your age, you either do a 400 metre or an 800 metre swim in a pool on the Saturday, and it's like a swim competition like you see on the Olympics. You go, they set you off individual time trial as fast as you can, and then on the Sunday, based on how long it took you to swim your distance, they set you off. So you all stand in a massive line
on your bikes. This is
to go on bike and run and finish a triathlon, but they stand you fastest to slowest. So Alex Yee's just there at the back,
thinking
this guy at the front has got like 2-minute head start on him.
It's kind of just like a go, next, and then they kind of bunch up on the bike. So then when they bunch up, they become even faster.
Yeah.
So the people at the back aren't even involved in the bunch because they were so far ahead that they just already started creating more speed and resting a little bit. And
is the swim then that kind of that part of the try that if you're good at, you're the boy?
Not really.
Okay.
I think it's opposite.
I just thought the way
I can't
said.
I can't really name a cool triathlon swimmer.
I can.
Go on.
Richard Varga, Henry Schumann.
They're not cool, though, are they?
What do you mean by cool?
Cool, like, you know,
are
like
you cool?
Like a Jan Frodeno is cool. He's a cool triathlete.
Right.
Yeah.
Gustav, cool triathlete. Lionel Sanders, cool triathlete.
And these are all specialist runners and bikers.
Well, they can all swim, but
they do all three really well. But there was a certain era where if you were a fast swimmer, you were at the front of the race. But
Richard Varga did nothing in triathlon.
But he's still a legend. If you ask anyone from my era of triathlon,
he's a legend for swimming fast.
Yeah,
he's not a legend in triathlon. Lucy Charles is probably synonymously the cooler swimmer.
Yeah.
But that's the only one in men and women.
But she's done it. Yeah, that's different though, isn't it? Because she's come from trying to qualify for the Olympics.
So, because she was an amazing swimmer.
Yeah,
she was like a nose hair away.
But it's slightly different because she's never gone to the short course where there's so many good swimmers. She started out in Ironman where the swimming standard's not quite so high.
I mean,
they just swam really fast and she's off. You never see her again.
Like, people say that they're catching her up. I'd arguably say she's slowing down because she doesn't.
I don't think she's got any quicker. She just has got strengths in other places.
And she just now knows she doesn't have to swim as fast because she doesn't need a lead and she doesn't want to tire herself out. Like, she synonymously backstroked in the last World Championships just to see where everyone was.
Not like for an extent, just like a couple of strokes on her back
just
to look where people are.
See where everyone was, and then just like,
it is a bit of a like flexy move.
Yeah.
Like people, when you do backstroke, you're not really looking for. You're just looking for the camera going on your back, pretending you're looking.
I'd say she was looking.
There's definitely some people.
I'll check this out and I'll put a clip in if we can.
Yeah,
we'll do a bit of VAR on it.
But
no, it's a penalty. You see?
No, I definitely don't think swimmers in triathlon are cool. Like, they're not the boys.
Well, they're always going to go from the front to the back, and that's not cool.
That's what I mean.
Taken,
that's bad. That's uncool.
But it is.
I'd rather go from the back to the front.
I don't know that everyone listening today should be
style.
taking advice from you how to be cool, though, Dan. That was my concern.
I'm not saying how to be cool.
Good.
I'm saying
Just
what is cool.
Important distinction. Don't want
I'm
to get
saying
any
what,
bad
like,
advice.
What is cool? Yeah,
come
like
to ask
Lionel
the coach.
Sanders, because he can't swim, is almost cooler.
Yeah, they do quite well out of being pretty rubbish at a sport. Like Lionel Sanders and Sam Long, notorious for being
bad swimmers,
not the best swimmers, and they're really cool because you want to root for them because they're starting so far back.
Yeah.
It's like a Hollywood brute force.
It is,
yeah. I can see
and they
it
have
now,
made so much money in
They
the
do
sport.
really
They've won
well.
more races than anyone who's ever finished first at the swim. Fact.
It's definitely cooler
that's
to
cool.
overtake someone and win.
Yeah,
than it's just
definitely,
start at the front and win. I get it. Yeah. Okay.
When everyone sees them coming through, they're like, "Yeah,
Finally,
come on,
about time.
here's the cool guys."
Get on the train.
I've got a question for you that was sort of close to an interest to me, basically. So I wondered, you transitioned to pro last year, 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was your first full year of...
Yeah.
And so I'm just sort of curious about how much... Because there's definitely a stereotype about triathletes that you all study the data a bit too much and you're a bit close to it.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, Dan would tell you that I'm the worst at it. Like
He likes data.
Well, okay, so I basically missed the day before
Get a feel, Brad. What's that look like?
I can't, basically. My feel was like 160. So I missed the day before I knew what HRV was, essentially, because I look at it and think, shit, it's awful today. And that frustrates me.
Oh, you missed the day before data existed?
No, because there was a time before I knew what HRV was. There was a day.
Okay.
I missed that day.
Yeah.
It's horrific, right?
You want to go back to those times.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't know. You can just ignore. I mean,
You can't ignore it, mate. It's like knowing that cheesecake exists. Like you could not eat it, but that's hard.
I can't remember the last time
I've never looked at HRV.
I had it last night, cheesecake. It's great.
Yeah. I know what you're trying to say. I do know what you're saying. Like, okay, for you, it would be like imagining pancakes don't exist. Be like, whoa. What do I eat?
Yeah, it's changed now, isn't it? So my question was going to be, when you turn pro, does that just amplify? I mean, when you look at the data, is it more important? You think my heart rate's got to be lower, my pace has got to be higher. You know, does it get worse for you? How do you manage that?
I think I look at it probably. I was thinking this the other day, like all these people doing lactate testing, looking at their HRV, like their sleep score, stress, all this Whoop nonsense.
We would like a sponsorship from Whoop, but you know, that's fine. Carry on.
Sorry, Whoop. I'd also take one if you're offering money.
Remember, that was the guest who said that, not us, if you're listening.
We love Whoop.
But I think compared to a lot of people that take the sport seriously, I tend to ignore a lot of this, especially HRV. I couldn't tell you what even a HRV number should look like.
Good.
I just
stay that way.
completely ignore that.
Yeah.
I imagine yours would be quite good, if I'm honest.
But don't look
I
at
don't know
it.
what good would even look like.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It ruins your life.
So there's a lot of metrics like that, like, you know, the Training Peaks scores, your fatigue and all this. I don't really want to know anything about that. The lactate testing. I've been in the performance centre in Cardiff for 3 years, and they do lactate testing, I don't know, just as much as the Norwegians maybe. And as far as I can tell, they take their lactate, once every 3 months, test it. They brag about their LT2 for a week, and
then
then they go
ignore
back
it.
to smashing themselves. What is the point? I literally don't understand.
It's a good point.
But
It's a really
so
good
for
point.
like 99.99% of people, all
Yeah.
these numbers are just going to confuse you.
Mm.
I think it depends on how much you trust the theory, because I don't think they trust it. I think they just do it.
I think they just do it because
Yeah.
they think, oh, my LT2
Yeah.
is this, what's yours?
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter when you're in a race.
And
does
also,
it?
I don't even think they understand what LT2 really means. You know,
I don't think anyone does.
well, it depends on it. It depends on what you're trying to follow. But you know, it means something, but it moves all the time.
Yeah, you've got to stick to something that you like really believe in.
Yes.
And you can't just switch between them like every couple of weeks, or like that 1 week after you test your LT2. Well, the next week it's going to have changed. So you can't just like stick to
That's
it for
why,
ages.
because it's such a specific number.
Yeah. It's like, oh, my swim LT2 is 112.5 per 100, but you haven't got your form goggles on to swim exactly that. You haven't got your heart rate on. You're just going off feel anyway. So for swimming, it's
And
completely
also, most
pointless.
of the time, they just follow the person in front because
Yeah.
that's what the set is.
You just draft them. And then on the bike, they all go round the... I don't want to dig at Cardiff Performance Centre.
You're not.
This isn't-
You're talking about theory. You're
Yeah,
not digging
like-
at them.
They don't then stick to it. I think the only place where the lactate testing is really important is when you're bumping up against like your like maximum potential and you need the final percent. That's the only place that I'm so far off that I wouldn't even consider using it at the moment.
Yeah, because you know that there's so much more skin in the game to make up.
Yeah.
That actually it's
You've
just
got to
not the
choose, what is it,
best,
the
is it?
low hanging fruit.
the low, yeah.
And lactate testing is the apple right at the top of the tree. And
Yeah.
I'm
But
like,
even the Norwegians recently, last year, literally said how they've not come away from it completely, but they are going to feel more.
I think some of the Norwegian method, the method is confusing the opposition. Like it
4D
is.
chess.
Was it Sam? Oh, what's his name? What's his name? Christian Blumenfeld.
Yep.
He told.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
Sam-
you know that guy.
Sam Blumenfeld.
But he said to Sam Laidlow the morning before, was it Kona? A couple of years ago when he was first going for it, he was like, "Oh, how many coffees have you had today?"
Oh
And
no,
he
it
went-
wasn't Kona. No, it was a T100 race,
Yeah,
and he had about
was like,
3 Red
"Oh,
Bulls. or
I've
something.
only had one," and
No.
Blumenfeld was like, "Oh, I've had 10." So Sam Laidlow goes and has 10.
It was
and then his
the
stomach goes-
Collins Cup.
Yeah.
Remember when they used to race against each
Yeah,
other?
yeah, and
There
he's just trying to get in his head.
What? And he went and
He had like loads and loads of caffeine,
Yeah,
and he
and he
ended up
went for
walking. He walked the run.
So I
'cause he
think
was-
most of the Norwegian method
it's
is
just-
not what you actually
Oh.
think.
they're pretty more, they're way more simple than you think.
it's like the sort of
And
No, but they're not going
Mind
to post
games.
Yeah, mind games.
like a
yeah,
Tyson
yeah.
Fury kind
Yeah.
of like, you know,
They're
trying to
not
get in your head.
they're not deep in this stuff. They're
No,
just like
what you see on their YouTube channel and their Instagram is what their managers tell them to put on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. definitely.
Just like any other pro in the whole world. Like Sam Laidlow saying, "Oh, I haven't trained in 2 years," and then wins Roth. Like, yeah, sure you haven't.
Brilliant. Yeah.
I haven't trained since I was 5, and I'll see you at Parkrun on Saturday.
Yeah, not on
Are
Sunday.
you allowed to do them anymore?
No, I've been told not
That's
to
a
come
tactic.
anymore.
Say it's on Sunday, they'll miss it. So.
I think it's been
Yeah, how
banned
did I even get that wrong?
by Parkman National Trust.
This podcast is brought to you by A1 Physique. Now, all throughout these episodes, you'll hear Coach Dan and myself talk about the importance of recovery for your training. Nothing better than collagen for instant recovery from really intense workouts. Ligaments, tendons need repair. And by encompassing this in a morning daily coffee, it becomes the easiest supplement to add into your daily routine. Available from our website, free shipping, and each cup is giving you 21 grams of that nourishing collagen protein coffee, perfect for athlete recovery, and endorsed by Coach Dan himself.
I'd just like to apologise to the Cardiff Triathlon Performance Centre. I do really appreciate the training environment and all the people and all the coaches there. And it wasn't a dig at you personally, just lactate testing. And thanks for making me an insane swimmer.
I feel like it's your you feel more sensitive about that than anyone else will.
No one cares.
I
No one
think
else
probably
cares.
No one else
Yeah.
cares about
No one-
lactate
no one
testing at
cares.
one specific
No.
performance centre.
No. You were the one who mentioned
You brought it up.
Yeah.
So I wanted to sort of segue into, you know, nutrition and what you put in your gob as a pro athlete now. Yay! So what's this say? What is that?
It says True Fuels.
Wow.
And they make gels and water bottles.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We'll make sure they're tagged in the description.
Yeah, thank you
True
very
Fuels.
much. Yeah, and they're also, I think they only reached out because I got pink branding and they've got pink branding. So,
There's a synergy here.
yeah.
Yeah, I noticed you ironed your t-shirt for us today. It looks
Ah, banter.
Yeah,
Does anyone under 25 own an iron? Is that a thing?
I doubt.
It's actually funny you mentioned that because it's been folded up under my bed all week, and I've known that I'm coming on this, and I was like, yeah, I need to make sure that shirt isn't crinkled. And I put it off one day, another day, and I was like, I'll just wear it after the swim, get a bit sweaty. But then I was late finishing my swim session, so it's crumpled up in my bag. And I was like,
worse.
I just got to put it on.
We appreciate the effort, mate, don't worry.
Yeah,
Thanks. Yeah.
nice, mate.
So now that you're a pro,
Yeah.
I wanted to sort of just talk about maybe how nutrition might have changed, if any advice you get has changed, or anything you do has changed. And there's a reason I'm asking that question. One, because I'm just, a nerd and curious. But I watched your video about how expensive it is to have you as a boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler, if you've not seen it, it's about 32 grand.
Pretty expensive.
Yeah, 32 grand, give or take.
I mean,
right?
it's not her paying for it specifically.
Correct, yeah. But one of the things that alarmed me, basically, was how much you use gels in your training.
Yeah.
And I was interested in your view, and maybe your view on how healthy that is, the volume of training you do, the volume of gels, because if you break down the macronutrient, it's sugar, right?
It's just sugar.
Yeah.
Right. And if I go back to my kind of fat brain, which is sugar's bad, don't do that.
What the government's told you.
Exactly. I've been brainwashed.
We're about to go down a rabbit hole on this one.
All right, this is now a 4-hour episode on get the tin hat on.
Strap in.
I was just curious to think, so basically, how healthy is that from your point of view, and how sustainable is that, for a pro athlete? But to what degree are you advised on that as well?
Well, I think mine and Dan's views are probably quite similar on this one. It's one of the things that we probably agree on.
Right, then after three, no, I'm joking. Same answer.
It was probably one of the things when I was coaching you, I really forced on you to fuel your training.
With
it made
gel.
a big difference. Well, just in general, it doesn't bother me if he's not going to have gels. There's a good chance it's going to be like Haribo or something.
I knew you were going to say Haribo.
It would just be something simple. So you just use it for convenience, I'd have thought.
I think before...
And now they're free from a fantastic company, True Fuel.
True Fuels, have we mentioned?
Thank you very much. I appreciate the support.
But back in the day, even when he was doing his big swims, when he almost wasn't conditioned to do them, I was like, why are you not taking a gel during them?
Yeah. The difference is incredible.
Yeah.
Really?
Before, I'd say I really took it seriously, so I did...
Yeah.
So Telford 10K in the UK is known as this really fast 10K.
Yeah. We've talked about it on the show.
But it's in December, which
Yeah.
I find odd, because everyone's just
It's
got
always
flu.
crazy to put
Yeah.
it. It snows usually. But I 1 year I ran 30 minutes 40.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's pretty good. But next year
We had
to
a
run.
little mini focus on it, didn't we? And you did every session, and it was
I think-
perfect.
Yeah, I just trained consistently, and I kind of forgot the bike and the swim for a while.
Yeah.
And then went first year as
It's the fastest thing you've probably done as a single thing.
yeah, maybe.
Really, it's probably
It's an okay time.
It's the one PB you put at the top. Top of your
I still
PBs.
don't know
Really,
if I'd brag about it.
a 30-40 10K is pretty impressive for a triathlete.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's okay.
I'd be surprised if you did that again.
Whatever.
Watch me.
Yeah. But
Gauntlet,
generally,
I
because
think.
you'll always
Well,
have
that was my exact plan to
'cause
do
you'll always
it
have-
again and beat it.
Yeah, but you'll always have so many miles in your legs from.
Yeah.
It's more of a time and a place scenario.
Yeah, it all lined up for that one
Yeah.
race where I wasn't a pro, so I was like, I'll have a go at this 10K because I can have that forever.
Hadn't you been? I swear you'd been injured all year, and we just
I've
built.
been
everything.
injured twice that year.
Yeah,
it was
a year of the flip when you.
the year of the flips.
Yeah.
First year of uni, I thought I was going to be next gymnast and join gymnastics club.
Okay.
sprained his ankle.
Yeah,
Injuries.
First week, I did doing a backflip though, so it was cool.
Okay.
And then I'd recovered.
I'll
from
never forget. I was like, "Why are you doing that?" And his girlfriend said, "Malachi says it's because it will be good for our strength."
It is good core strength.
Your ankle disagrees.
Get some strong. I forgot where I was going now.
So then, did
so,
that.
So I did that time at Telford 10K, and then I was like, well, next year I'd like to try and beat that. So I did all my normal triathlon stuff. I was okay the whole year, and I was like, perfect. Training's going really well here. So last year I was 71 kilograms. So all I need to do is lose a bit of weight. But I don't know what I'd done. I'd been going to the gym and I was 78 kilograms.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was I don't know. The muscle was just there. I don't know how. So I was like, yeah, I need to go on weight loss. So over 3 months, I lost, 9 kilograms.
Wow.
Down to 69 kilograms the day before Telford 10K. But 2 days before, I was only 70, so I was like, I'm just not going to eat for 2 days. And the training had been going really well, though. All the sessions were like, 29 minutes, easy. Not easy, but like, it's doable.
Should be there, yeah.
And then I started the race, sprinted down the hill, 250k, second, 255, and then both my quads just cramped up. I was like, just grinded to a halt. And I think just like no carbs,
just no glycogen.
Energy,
you had no glycogen
just
stores.
Nothing left. You look at photos of me and I'm like super skinny. I was like really, really fast, but completely useless for anything over 1.5k.
Just over 2 days, if you'd have
food.
built your glycogen stores up and not starved yourself, you'd been absolutely fine, probably.
Yeah.
And probably would have beat it.
Yeah. But I think as far as weight loss goes, I think I did a really good job of it. I was so locked in.
I thought that's the next career.
No, so I did it really like over 3 months. I did it really well. I was having like 2 protein shakes a day, making sure I was getting like everything I needed. During sessions in training, I was like having a lot of food. I was just not eating anything extra than I absolutely had to. I did it pretty well. Like every night I get super hungry, but the night before I'd make a litre of jelly. So to fill my stomach up.
Yes.
So, but then it ruined my sleep for 3 months because I just had to get up all night to go to the toilet. But I had,
Well, jelly does that, does it?
Well, I guess so. I don't know.
Well, it's just water.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Is the I had to get it in there.
But yeah, that was like the turning point, and I was like, oh, sure, losing 9 kilograms is cool, but I'm not. Get anywhere.
I didn't really know about this as well.
Okay, so you hid that from the coach.
You were just
I think I said initially I'm 78 kilograms, and you were like, oh, you could probably lose like a couple.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Never mind that. A couple more than that.
What does this guy know? So I went for it. But yeah, that was like the turning point. And before that, I'd use like a couple of gels in races. Like over a 4-hour race, I'd maybe have 4 gels. And I'd always come grinding to a halt. But after that, every session...
The chicken nuggets and chips before one race was a bit of a...
Scampi and chips.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
It just wouldn't... It was more like...
It was not convenient to go to the shop.
Yeah, and it was more like a lack of understanding. You're
too
not
much fat in that, right?
You're not... No, it's just nothing in it. There's no
just
carbs or anything.
It's a bit of fish.
Yeah.
Salt.
It was more... Your exposure to this stuff wasn't great, though, was it? No one around you...
I just didn't really appreciate... And I'm surrounded by just...
People. Normal people, I guess. Normal people.
Compared to maybe now where I'm surrounded by people that literally like inject gels into them. So they're having so many of them. That sounds...
Is that a thing?
I probably will be.
Shouldn't inject.
Do we need a second disclaimer?
Need a TUE for anything you inject.
But yeah, that was a turning point. And after that, the training just really went through the roof. Every swim, I was having like a couple of gels. Every bike, like maybe 3 gels an hour, 90 grams an hour on every bike session. Some of the long rides, more run sessions, everything. Whereas before I'd maybe have a flapjack before I went out the door, and then the end of the session would just be complete rubbish.
Well,
and then the next day,
still do that.
Everyone still does.
That.
Don't
like,
look at me.
Does that like
kills me?
I think
complete
people
lack
don't realise how much of a difference it really makes. Not like in the first hour, but after that, and then the recovery as well. The next day, you haven't like run your bank account dry, and you've got to build it back up. You've only taken a bit of money out, and you've still got loads left for the next session.
Yeah, it's just about restoring your glycogen.
What's the sweet spot then? So when do you need to take the gel if you're going to run for 2 hours?
I think it depends how much training you do overall. Because like
you could run for 2 hours off one gel, but
when would you take it? Is what I mean, optimally.
Well, no, but you could do it off one gel at some point during the run because you're just trying to keep your actual brain glycogen going. Like it depends on what you're trying to achieve. Whereas Mal's trying to train 3 times a day, so at no point does he ever want his muscle glycogen to be low. Like, but if we were just running for 2 hours, we could go out and just run for 2 hours.
And you'd be fine because you've got the rest of the day to replenish it.
And
got it.
Go again
I've got to run for 2 hours, then I've got to
bike for 2 hours, and then swim
I've got
for
to
an
swim.
hour. Yeah.
So it's not like at 59 minutes I need to take a gel. It's from the start. Now I'm taking gels constantly the whole way
At
through.
no point do you ever want your muscle glycogen to go low, basically. You don't ever want your body to think we're low, so we need to stop, because you want to train optimally through every session in the day. But that's why you don't just do hard session, hard session, hard session as well. You do slightly easier sessions where there's not such a strain on glycogen on your body. And it's partly why a lot of people in general can do more training. Not more training, probably more quality and recover. People aren't doing more training. Like in the 90s.
They're not doing more hours,
No.
but they're doing more intensity.
I wouldn't even say that. Like literally, if you look back, there was a GTN video, and they compared Craig Alexander's training and Casper Stornus's training. It's the same training.
But the amount of training that gets absorbed is much higher now.
Yeah, and that's due to the calories.
Yeah.
But the training's the same. The training is essentially
It's just
very
not
similar.
quite as effective because you're just
Basically,
dead.
back then, everyone was dying, but now it's sinking in. It's you're actually getting stronger instead of almost. You probably end up just more aerobic before, because you're not absorbing the power and your muscles aren't developing. Your CV system is just constantly getting.
I think if we come back to the swim club, that I was never going to make it to the Olympics. I think this is where I noticed the biggest difference. When I was younger, training 4 times a week, I was training so hard. Every single session, like my forearms are just completely ruined. And now doing similar sessions to probably what I was doing then, but you just feel so much better at the end because you've got more energy to spare. The difference, I don't think my technique has changed at all since I was about 12 years old. I've just got better at like maintaining the speed.
Well, you'll be stronger now than you were when you were 12.
I hope
But
so.
the amount of training that got absorbed when I was younger, I'd smash myself into the ground.
Yeah.
And
I
I'd just
wouldn't
be
say
so
comparing
dead.
yourself now to when you were 12 is probably the greatest,
Yeah, but
comparison.
technique-wise, my technique's the same.
I know, but you're a lot stronger, I'd expect, than a 12-year-old Malachi.
But you're
And
more
that's
fueled.
obviously-
Yeah.
You see me
I
in the
didn't
gym.
know you when you were 12. I could just be making assumptions. I just imagine what you're better off saying is when you started doing these 5K sets, when you went to when you started your triathlon journey again, and you were doing 4K, 5K, and now you're doing them, but you're having a gel in between, But you also have to remember you're thousands of meters in. You do
There is that
25K
as well.
a week.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot of. It's quite a lot.
True. Well, I think back to your original point. Like, I don't know how much you train, but one run a day, and maybe a gym every now and then.
Occasionally do a double day.
Yeah,
Very occasionally.
But you do your run, and it's fine because you can recover with your meals in the middle, which is what I used to do. Like, I'd still be doing 2 or 3 sessions a day, but I'd be grinding to a halt at the end of the session, smashing a big lunch, and then I'd just about be on the limit of where I can train again with nothing in the training, have a big dinner, just about recover before my 3rd session. Whereas now, as it's like if you see a graph of like energy, it's more flat because
And your body enjoys that more, way more.
Definitely.
Hates going into
And that's the
the
difference between amateur hobbyist, professional athlete.
Well, it's not even that. Like, there's so many people similar or close level to me that still maybe take your approach of smashing the calories after you've finished.
Yeah.
Do you reckon,
Not to put you down, but
I reckon
I'm down.
I
I'm down.
If I was to guess, I'd say more people take that approach than your approach.
Yeah.
You've probably spent time with people who do it.
I've spent time with people that are faster than me and do it, and I don't know how, and it's quite frustrating. But I don't tell them. I just eventually you're going to get a stress fracture. And
So basically, you
and
don't
they
tell
do.
them on purpose. It's like a strategic little plan.
Just undo their
Oh,
shoelaces.
do you know what? I think you eat quite a lot of food.
Yeah, wow, you're going to eat
you
all
eat
of
all
that
that?
on this ride.
The Norwegian approach, yeah.
And he's like secretly supping on gels.
Yeah, the back of his
Oh, I love it.
So it's quite an uptick of gels for you. Did it never had any impact on your gut? You're quite lucky then in that respect.
I think my stomach is
Iron.
built of something strange because I don't know. So, for example, in one of my races, I'll have about 16 or 17 gels,
What race is this?
like a 70.3. So
Wow.
a 4-hour race or so. Yeah, it's about 4 gels an hour,
Wow.
which is pretty expensive.
120 grams of carbs, basically.
Yeah.
That's top end, isn't it?
I'd say so.
Top
yeah.
end.
I mean,
Absorption and stuff.
there's a lot of studies out there that suggest different things, and a lot of
Okay.
people are claiming a lot of things. Like
There's
some
a lot
people-
of claims from the nutrition companies.
There's a lot of
that are
claims.
like, oh, this person did 200, but
Yeah.
usually it's for one section. There's this new thing called carb bombing. Have you heard of this?
No.
Similar to love bombing.
Yeah, so it's big in like the gravel racing in America or the like world tour stuff. So say they've got like a flat stage with a big climb at the end. They have like normal amount of carbs, maybe 100 grams an hour. I mean, still quite high.
Yeah.
But then they know there's a big like pinnacle of the stage coming up. So they'll like smash 200 grams in like 10 minutes. And their body is just so overwhelmed that it's like running on max.
Ready to go.
Which is not good if they were to carry on for like any longer than that, but they just smash a carb bomb just before the peak of the stage.
So
You're risking a Code Brown so much,
so
aren't you?
scientific. I mean,
That's what they called it on whatever podcast I listened to. But
Is this like blood shunting? Is it in the same category?
yeah, that sounds like it's come from the same argument.
There was this guy, it's Unbound Gravel in America, and he said he averaged 300 grams an hour for 1 hour in particular in this race. Crikey. And I was like, oh my goodness.
What do they like? What, like just smack 5 gels
They
down?
just fill up a bottle and just down it.
What with
Gel.
Like
liquid
full
carb?
gel, just full gels in a bottle and just smash it down.
Oh,
Because Precision, cut that. This gel company, this gel company that's fairly well known makes this 300 gram gel. It's exactly the same thing. It's in a normal gel, just in a bigger packet, but that's like 10 gels. And maybe just one of those, smash it down.
nuts, that is.
Yeah.
I just would be. I'll
Never-
be in a bush somewhere.
Sounds crazy.
Never
Sounds-
heard of them.
Sounds nuts. To
That
me.
company is never going to take off.
Yeah, the biggest gel company
What
maybe
an
out there.
idiot.
I've got a sort of a semi-intentional reason for asking about the kind of inclusions of diet stuff. I wondered if anything had profoundly affected you. So we talked about scampi and chips,
Yeah.
but that's pretty much universal. That's going to not be great racing fuel.
Not performance enhancing.
Have you found anything in your diet that does impact you positively or negatively as a pro? You think, I'm definitely not eating this the night before or that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, the night before is like, there's so
Safe
many
zone.
things that you should not have the night before. Like any fibrous
Yeah,
food like salad or
spicy.
Spicy is not a good one. It can
Get
come
a
out,
big Mexican meal.
yeah, it can come out both ways during a race.
Nice.
But like the fibre, I don't know if this is too much for the podcast, but I have like a lot of porridge and granola, but it does have a lot of fibre in, and what comes out in the toilet is substantial, which is not what I want. So the couple of days before the race, I'll start to cut out on the salads and the fruit and the porridge.
You actually eat salad?
I do sometimes. It's happened every now and then. But yeah, I think that's the only thing that I wouldn't. I mean, apart from like Domino's pizza, maybe people would have that the night before, but I find it just makes me feel so greasy and horrible. Like it's got so many calories in, but it's not good calories.
It's also not simple, is it? Because it's also processed.
It's going to take ages to break down. But that's one of the things.
I had a pizza before my races before, and that's been great. But it would be like a
Yeah.
cheese pizza. I'm in control of it. It would be from Papa John's or something like that.
Yeah.
The only thing I avoid in like as best I can is like actual processed like sweets and E numbers, because it seems to make my face go all spotty.
Okay, yeah, that
Like-
makes sense, yeah.
Like if I have a bag of Haribo, which I do tend to have a couple of days before the race, I'll have like a bag of sweets a day just to give myself a boost. But then if you look at any
Mentally,
video,
not physically, just likes a little, likes to
let my hair down. But if you look at any photos of me like the couple of days after the race, I've usually got some spots on my head.
And you're way more sponsorable if you're more handsome, Malachi, so we've got to keep you that way, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
got to lay off the little.
But I don't get
Haribo
that
eggs.
from like any kind of gels, because it's just pure
Refined
sugar.
sugar,
It's
isn't
not
it?
like it's
Straight in.
got E717 to make it pink and shiny like a
Yeah.
Skittle.
This is
Yeah.
true.
So that's the only thing that I'd say I really try and avoid.
This is sweets.
But that's only from like a looks.
So why do you have that if you don't need it?
What do you mean?
Well, you have the packs of Haribo. Why do you?
Just to get on top of like carbs
Yeah,
a few
but-
days before a race. I could have a gel, but I don't like. There's something weird about sitting there watching TV for gel.
That
Like,
does feel weird.
that's just wrong.
That does feel... I wouldn't be able to do that.
I mean, the other thing I do
hold
is
on,
squirt
hold
honey in my mouth.
hold on.
He's on
you,
the sofa.
You say this.
In his
you
pants,
say this.
gel.
Yet you will sit on a bicycle blindfolded for 4 hours.
What kind of idiot would do that?
Or you're sitting on a bicycle for 3 hours listening to Baby Shark.
Hashtag
But-
engagement,
But
Dan.
not eating something to give you spots instead.
I don't know. I feel like
Because that's weird, obviously.
I feel like you're having a conversation with your dad now, don't you?
it's just a bit something a bit of a change before the race, I guess, as well. Like, I know in a race I'm going to be having 16 gels. The last thing I want before the race is to have a couple more.
This is
Like,
true.
I'm going to
But
get to
surely
hour
you'd be
3
doing
and be
less
like,
training and you'd normally ingest those gels anyway.
Yeah, maybe I haven't thought it through. Maybe I just take the hit on the facial spots and just think, oh, it's race coming up, let's treat myself.
Let your hair down, as you say.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been investigating myself, basically. And Dan hates this so much when I talk about the things that affect me. You just think I'm just...
You wimp.
Yeah, well, wimp is a word that he uses
I
a
don't
lot.
say that.
You say the one beginning with a
Annoying,
P.
nose. What are the words you use to describe me?
I haven't called you a nose ever. Nor annoying.
Not to my face. Not to my
Nor
face.
annoying. Actually, the words are, you say, am I annoying? I say, no, never.
Liar.
It's not true.
I went as far this week as installing a glucose monitor on my arm.
Oh. What have you done that? That's another complete waste of money.
So
My girl... Yeah,
go on,
you
go on.
So my girlfriend got like some free ones in a
Yeah.
race pack once,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she was like, put it on her arm. She's also a pro athlete,
Okay.
and she eats Cocoa Pops in the morning. She was like, wow, look how much glucose in my system I've been having after having Cocoa Pops. This is great. But it's like just a spike up straight back down.
Yes.
And she's like, this is really good for training. I'm like, no, it's not. You're like spiking right there, and then you just go into training at the dip bit. But I feel like people, they install this little thing on their arm and they think, oh yeah, that big spike, that's good for training, that is. And they just don't know what they're actually on about.
I mean, you couldn't describe me any better there. No
Is
idea
that what you
I'm talking-
did?
No.
Yeah.
I basically had... I've had
close.
these episodes. I'm going to clip in a little bit here. Have you seen the video of me putting this on my arm?
Yes, I have.
It is so embarrassing,
Don't
mate.
watch it, Malachi.
Why?
I've set
It's
about...
just-
my
it's just-
plan, mate, was to...
I almost text him saying we're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
did you put it on wrong?
No, we
Did you
just,
Well-
put it on the front of his bicep or something?
Just for looks. So
I feel like that is part of it. Oh, look at me, I've got a glucose monitor.
I'm wearing
so
a long sleeve
professional.
today, so I'm not trying to show off. But
You've actually got it on?
yeah,
Okay. Can I, like, leave?
if I explain.
freak me out.
So the intention of me filming myself put it on was I was going to make a semi-informational video. It turned into 30 minutes of me just completely wimping out of putting it on. I
What, because of
couldn't-
the little spike?
Well, I saw the needle, mate, and it is like
Not that
what
little.
2 centimeter, maybe centimeter. I don't know. Like, it's not.
Centimetre. It's
think
not
it's
2
2
centimetres.
centimetres.
Oh, I'm just trying to make myself sound.
2 centimeters is pretty big.
Yeah. All men would know that. So it just turned out to be this kind of really embarrassing thing. So it's not anything informational, but I'll clip it. So
So what have you learned from wearing this glucose monitor?
Well, the reason I put it
Nothing.
on, just so you don't think I'm a loser, is I had like a hypo kind of episode once last week. And I was like, I'm doing something that's causing that. There's something I'm doing in my diet that's is messing with me and I don't know what it is.
Cocoa Pops.
I
What
don't
do
eat
you mean, like an episode? Like
So-
shakes or sweats?
shake
or something?
both.
Yeah.
Both of them basically. And I thought,
Right.
well, this feels weird. And I've had it before on a run, even though I think I'm fueled.
He was sweating on a run.
No. You know when you feel like
Something wrong with you. You need to go get that checked out.
See what I have to deal with.
this is very,
Guys,
very
my heart rate went up when I was sprinting.
very high maintenance. No, I was doing so I was doing a zone 2 at the time. My heart rate was probably 140, and then it just the heart rate didn't really change, but I felt like I was going to collapse basically.
Yeah.
So it was really weird. So I put it on to try and
That's fair. That's fair enough.
yeah. I genuinely thought I was going to collapse. It was like you feel really funky and you're going to fall over.
Yeah.
That happened to me. It happened to me on Sunday. So I was like, right, sod this. I'm going to get a monitor and check it. So I am so far. It's saying nothing apart from I'm getting random spikes in my sleep.
Yeah,
So that might be stress hormones being released in my sleep or something.
No,
Or
it's your
just the
body-
monitor
yes.
reading wrong.
Yeah, potentially.
Oh, this is nasty. You know,
Yeah.
I'm getting ganged up on here. So.
Well, no, you just what did you just you're trying to pretend like there's something severely wrong with you.
No, I am trying to diagnose something that I feel like is stressing my
What,
body
you're going to
out.
wait until it happens again, then have a look at it and
Well, I
think
had-
what you ate before,
Well, okay, so the stats
or
for
not
it.
ate.
We actually
Yeah.
identified quite a few problems in Brad's diet. He tends to train and not eat straight away.
After. Or,
Yeah.
Well, so I've introduced a protein shake now immediately.
So he
after.
didn't-
Protein shake's fine, but it's not actually got that many calories and carbs.
Or food in it at all.
How
like
Dan's
it's great
advice.
for
If you were to advise someone from the information you've learnt over years,
Yeah.
how soon should you eat after training?
Just as soon as you can. I'd start fueling whilst I was finishing.
There you go.
Yep.
And why is that? Do you actually know why? Or?
Yeah, the first 20 minutes you uptake and keep a higher percentage of it in your muscles. Don't
Yeah,
you?
but also like something gets released, like your cortisol keeps being released after you train.
Yeah.
So like you need cortisol, it helps you train.
It's been like years, and there's that like 20-minute magic window for protein. That's like
that's more uptake. It's not. It's not.
It doesn't really matter when you have it so much,
soon.
but you want to eat
Yeah.
as soon as you can.
Not be fasted
cortisol
after.
continues to be released unless you suppress it with protein, basically. And Brad was just basically training and then not eating anything. So his cortisol was going mad. And then he'd get to work, then he'd eat, then he'd have a bottom off, then he'd have his glycogen spiking and a slump. So
I feel a little bit attacked.
It's
don't you?
kind of
No,
like
but it's
what
the
we were
truth, like,
saying earlier.
lots
It's
of
just you want to
people-
keep it nice.
You want
and
to keep it
level.
nice and level.
Obviously,
Yeah.
for me, the context of Malachi, which you would never have to worry about, I'm sure, is like weight management before was a priority for me. So obviously, it's very easy. I can
I
train.
didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, sorry. You don't.
I did have to when
Really?
I was training for Telford 10.
Well, yeah, but that's always a balance for me. Overfueling is an issue because I will gain mass very quickly, both muscular and fat, very quickly. Hold on to it, very hard to shake. So I kind of have to manage that.
Yeah.
So my thoughts always are minimal for recovery, food,
Yeah,
not
it's fair.
overeating.
It's fair. It's just unfortunately it puts a lot of pressure on your body.
Because if I did what you suggest, I would be 2-3 kilos heavier now. Definitely.
What
Definitely.
if you ate after you train?
If I ate what you say I should eat, definitely.
What food?
Too much food. Because I've got that
Well,
energy.
it doesn't need to be too
No, it
much
doesn't.
food.
I've never told you to eat too much food. There's about 3 or 4 comments in this episode, which is they're a little bit skewed, Brad. I'll be honest. You best not be trying to impress the guest.
I think it depends how Dan words it, because he's not telling you to eat as many calories as possible.
No,
He's telling you to eat specific things to up your, what's it called, glycogen levels.
Yeah,
He's
or
not going
suppress
and
cortisol. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not saying that you need loads of calories. You need a bit of fuel. I think people get it wrong and they think of food as just food rather than like carbs, protein, fats. Like if you go and have a massive handful of nuts and it's got 600 calories in, or a slice of toast, 2 slices of toast with maybe 200 in, you're getting way more carbs than you would from the nuts for way less calories.
Yes, but you're getting different
That makes
things.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting different things, but after training, that's what you want. You don't want a handful of, maybe you do, I don't know.
Kind of, do you know what would be perfect?
I think
do you know what would be
you get
perfect?
what I'm trying to say.
Slightly less nuts and the 2 pieces of toast.
These nuts. Got him.
Yeah, maybe some
Protein, carbs, fats, done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's not saying like you need a massive Domino's pizza,
No, I think that was the advice.
which is like you're saying you're worried about weight, but you
truthfully,
don't,
too much cortisol means you hold on to weight.
Oh, he's just
I didn't
worrying
realise I was
it.
going to get the fat shame in the same episode as well. It's just so hard
This
for
is
me.
advice. I feel like you stop playing the victim.
Right, cut. I'm out of the studio. Get out. This podcast is now proudly sponsored by Crew Barber in Worcester on Trinity Street. The owner, Nikki, possibly Worcester's fastest barber, does great cuts. Dan's been a customer and myself for many years. Book now via Booksy and give him a follow on Instagram. After a mild technical error, we're back in the studio. What happened in that short time? Dan had a birthday. It was good. Happy birthday, Dan.
Thank you.
I can't believe he's 50, can you? That's mad, isn't it?
No, you're not.
Yeah. Anyway.
You know when I first ever like properly met you, I thought you were like 25, and
Were
that
you?
was
No,
about
it's probably more like 35.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I couldn't believe it.
That was when
Like how much.
I was winning that race, and you. Why were you cycling that day?
This is. We should probably tell this.
Yeah, probably should.
Go for it. Please do.
Yeah. So
Why were you cycling?
because I was injured
Shock.
and I was watching a race, and Dan was winning the race whilst trying
Shock.
to recruit me as a coached athlete. He was like, "Oh, why are you cycling round, not in the race?" I was like, "Oh, I'm injured." He was like, "Oh, do you need a coach?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do actually."
Always a salesman, Dan.
And
Go
that's
for
how
it.
that's how it began.
What a
When
romantic
was that?
start.
5 years ago. Must
It's
be.
probably a little bit over, I think.
Weren't you 16 when you met? That's what you said. So it's like,
No, it was just after COVID. It was like one of the first
Yeah.
races back after COVID.
think I
You
was
got
about
injured
just
because you'd
18.
done some crazy running in COVID. You did that half marathon around that retail park.
I don't know why I was injured, but it would have been from something stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Me?
it was that in particular.
didn't you spend 6
don't
months out after like a
Oh,
Strava
this-
bike ride or something?
Oh yeah, I would like to mention that.
Please
If you
do.
didn't already know, I rode 500 kilometers in one go.
How
and
long
then-
did it take?
It was like 16 hours.
It's big.
31k an hour average. which isn't too bad.
Speed is like 2 kilometers. Wait, what am I getting that right?
2
What?
kilometers?
No, what's the speed there? What speed? Would you
As in
calculate
miles per hour?
or kilometers per hour? I guess is easier, isn't it?
31
He
kilometers
just
an
said
hour.
31 kilometers an hour.
That's getting cut out.
We've been in here a while.
Oh, it's hot in this room, guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. It's making you feel better, Dan.
I thought you were trying to find out what miles per hour it
That
was.
doesn't make any
that's,
sense.
that's
Yeah.
like 2
I mean, you can.
kilometers.
Yeah, it's
you
like-
literally said the speed. And I went, what was the speed?
It's like what,
It's
21?
about 20, yeah.
Yeah, 21, 20.
Miles
per hour, yeah.
500k.
fast.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, it was
bad.
good. It was just, the pollen was about halfway through, and I didn't know this till after as he went, oh, my knee hurt a little
No,
bit.
that is wrong.
you
That is
s-
fake news.
No.
My knee and everything was completely fine in the ride and the whole week after. It was the week after that completely finished me off when
will
everything
put my
tightened
hand
up.
on my heart and said that you told me during that ride your knee was a little bit sore, so you changed your cleat.
That is a lie.
That was told to me by yourself. Honestly, I'm
I don't
serious.
think it was.
You witnessed a domestic
and then
argument
you
in
said,
real time.
and then you said, but I changed it, and then it was fine. And then you carried on. I swear to God, I wouldn't. It's not really worth making
I think
up.
that was the week before when I did the test 250k.
I mean, it might have been, but it was
During the
I'm sure.
500k, I was all good. That was like, it wasn't even hard. It was like the easiest day I've ever done. Just so, I
Over
beat
the whole day as well.
yep, big day out.
Didn't set any records, did it? It wasn't like a
No.
no.
Well, I just did it just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. Honestly, it does sound like fun.
Very, very fun.
On that, then, have you got any proud PBs you want to mention today? Your proudest things,
Not
like
really.
so.
I think I've got lots of impressive times, but I wouldn't say I'm really proud of anything I've ever done.
I'm impressed by how low your heart rate is sometimes.
Yeah, maybe that's the most. I did a run the other day and it was 26k at 4:14 a kilometre and 126 beats a minute.
That's
Not to put you down. It's
I've got-
kind of like the whole like Blumenfeld 101 VO2 max, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's specific to me. Like it doesn't really make
Doesn't
any
really
difference.
make a difference.
oh, it's low because you have a low heart
I've
rate.
just got a low heart
Yeah.
rate. Like
And
my resting, I got 29 once,
Yeah,
so it's pretty low.
yeah. It's
But like
pretty
the range is pretty good. Like I can go from 29 to 185. So it's a big
When was
range.
the last time you got your heart rate to 185?
Probably that 5k parkrun when I got DQ'd. I think I got pretty close then.
you can imagine.
185. Yeah.
What time was that? It was low 15.
Who knows? Didn't give me a result, did they?
Brutal.
Struck him off.
Well, it depends because Dan doesn't believe in watch time. But on my watch, it was 15:11.
Yeah, you can't do watch time.
So I'm going to claim
How
it
wrong
was
is watch time?
14.
Chip time or gun time works.
Get a gun for you in a minute. Seriously. Okay, so 15:11 we're taking as a Strava PB then. 500 cal.
I've run faster than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How fast?
I did like a 15:9 in the first 5k of a 10k. And then slowed down a little bit.
Doesn't count, does it?
No.
No.
Why does
That's
it
what I
count?
mean. Like
It's
none
not
of my
like-
PBs
'cause-
are proper.
Not. It's Strava, so it's like the
No,
GPS
that was on
can be off.
the chip split at Telford. They
Yeah,
have a 5k split, a chip
but
time.
then it's
further
not
away.
it's not official.
Oh,
'Cause
but it's not a gun, mate. So
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
official because it could be early, couldn't it?
It could be. Yeah.
It could be late.
Yeah.
You know, it might not be 5k.
Yeah, I don't really think I've ever done a
The
impressive
Newport
5K.
half marathon was okay last year.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm particularly proud of it.
It was
This
110.
just sounds really depressing, but I don't really think I'm that proud of anything I've done.
brilliant. It's a nice somber
why-
way to.
So,
No,
and,
but that's
and
why I
on that
quite
note,
enjoy-
everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I enjoy training, to try and get better, but I think that's just me.
Yeah.
There's things that I think, oh, that's pretty good, but I've never finished a race and gone, no, oh, you know what? That's the best I have.
Never.
No.
That's sad.
yeah,
I'd say.
never. Not once. I thought I'm pretty happy with that.
Oh, I remember finishing.
Yeah. I mean, it kind
10K
of
and felt
it
great.
kind of keeps you grounded, I suppose.
No,
Yeah.
that doesn't. I mean, that's too much, right? You got to enjoy some of it.
No,
Little
I
bit
do
maybe,
enjoy
yeah.
it.
Okay.
I just think
Are you sure?
I know.
Who's trying to convince it, me or you?
I do enjoy it. I do. I just think I
I'd be
could do
careful.
better.
I'd be careful with that because one day you'll wake up and just think,
What was the point?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
literally.
literally.
Try and
I do think that.
like genuinely, like sometimes you just have to. Like I'll never forget. I went for a run with it was a guy who lives locally, and he went to Kona
Yeah.
as an age grouper, and I was quite. He was one of the better triathletes around, and we were on the Malvern Hills, and I was maybe not quite as depressing as you with thoughts about triathlon. I was a little bit more enthusiastic about it, but
I am enthusiastic.
but I remember him. He just stopped me during one run.
What, like stop running?
Yeah, but he just stopped me and said, "Just stop and just look." And I bet you any money you've never just stopped during something and just looked.
Enjoyed it.
And
I do that all the time.
Enjoyed the moment. No,
Lots
because
of my training, I just do extra and enjoy riding around. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
But like just pause for a second without your phone, without recording something.
I do that.
Just pause and just say, and just and just appreciate what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
No,
I'm
I
just
definitely
surprised
do
you've never
that.
finished a race and thought that was fantastic.
Oh, no, I've never done that.
That's so sad. I know it's different, but obviously my favourite memory ever is Cardiff High Rocks. When I finished,
I don't talk about IROC.
fair enough. We'll have 30 seconds on it, and that's
Okay.
it. But just as a sporting day, it was the best day of my sporting life
Yeah.
because I remember the total euphoria. For the first time ever, having always set really high expectations of myself, I'd actually exceeded my own expectations of my performance, and that was a magic moment. So it's sad that you don't have that. Is my point.
I feel like it might be because you know what it takes to be amazing.
Yeah.
And not
I think
you know
my whole sporting career, because I've done sport for so long, I'm so like tuned in with what I think I should be able to do. So basically, any time I do a race, I usually get it bang on, and it's like, yeah, it's about what I thought.
Okay.
Like,
Isn't that good though? You set a goal and hit it.
When I did that 10K, and I was like, I'm going to run 30 minutes 40 seconds, and I did 30 minutes 41. I was like, yeah, cool, that's fine. And I've done that like at other races, like swimming races. I was like, get it, yeah.
Well, it'll just be me being enthusiastic then. I'll bring
You did great. I'm very well done.
We'll bring some pom-poms to your next race, and when you finish, we'll try and up the energy.
Great.
Okay.
Pink
Imagine Dan
ones,
with a
please.
pom-pom. That'd be class. I'm going to try and lighten
Would
the
it?
mood a bit here, because I feel like this is
sorry
gonna-
about that.
That's fine.
I really do enjoy triathlon, and everybody should take it up. It's a very good
There's
community.
no intonation in that voice at all.
No,
So-
no.
Don't get into sales. So
Get into sales.
We
Watch
can-
out, brands.
Guys, look, everybody use these sponsors. They're really good. These
DeBauer
wetsuits.
wetsuits. Yeah.
We can ignore that coaching company. There's other options out there. This one, Aero Coach, they probably make the best products in the whole world. True Fuels, they're great. This funeral company,
Be careful.
if you're looking to die, they have the best coffins.
Brilliant.
And yeah, we'll finish there.
Amazing. So I wanted to finish with a little bit of a. I want to basically address some stereotypes in triathlon, and you'll know them. You'll know them.
We're gonna have some fun here.
Well, we're gonna have a little bit of fun, but the way I'm gonna play this game is I'm gonna say a stereotype. Dan's gonna say whether he thinks you fit the stereotype, and you're gonna say whether you think you fit the stereotype.
Wait, can I do it about Dan as well?
Oh, if you want.
Because
No,
I feel
you're
like
the
Dan
guest.
fits a lot of stereotypes.
Yeah. Okay. So these are some of the stereotypes that I know about, and I want to see if you agree that they fit.
I think
You.
it's going to be quite interesting.
Okay.
I'm a
The
bit
coolest
worried.
people in triathlon and not the swimmers.
Well, I've taken that off my list now because you've ruined it. Okay. Competitive about absolutely everything. We've discussed the Mario Kart thing.
Yeah.
Do we
No,
fit?
I don't think that fits Mal. I don't
No.
think he's competitive about
Not a competitive dresser, as we've established.
You
Didn't
what?
Didn't iron.
I paid good money for this
Is just
shirt.
me, or is he really on one today?
You know how much this shirt cost me?
A lot.
Zero.
I had to pay £30 for just the pink shirt and $70 for all the logos on it.
That's a lot of money.
So it's more expensive than all these designer shirts. So think about it
No,
like
I
that.
So it deserves
no.
an iron, basically.
he's not a super competitive. No,
No?
I don't
wouldn't
think
say
I'm
so.
that competitive
No.
with other people.
No,
Like if people,
Yourself.
yeah,
my girlfriend gets really mad because she's like, "Oh, do you not want to win?" I'm like, "I don't really care about winning. I just want to do my best performance. If that gets me
Wow.
fifth, then
Yeah.
I'd
What a
rather that."
statement that is. That's great.
but then also when he says he wants to do his best,
I'm more
he's
competitive
not that,
with
he's
myself.
not that happy about it.
If it's 1 second out, nah, don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. Starts talking about HRV when no one asked. Well, we know that's not true now.
Shut up about it.
But what's your thing?
Stereotype. I think that's Brad.
Yeah, he's just listing his own stereotypes.
Yeah, this is Brad.
Competitive HRV.
Is this my own insecurities?
Yeah, I feel like it might.
Glucose monitors next.
Oh, that's getting cut out. Type A personality, so high achieving lawyer, finance job.
No, not at all.
Class, right?
No.
This is class. You're not living up to any of these stereotypes.
42% in my degree.
A whole 2 points higher than needed.
I do.
Overachiever.
I will rewind him back to a time where I told him not to do a sports degree and to do a degree he really wants to do in
You said like
yeah,
making
not marketing, but
media.
Media.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
But I'd like to say that the only reason I actually have my degree is because I was too lazy to send an email to drop out. I was just so in on the training that I just couldn't be bothered to decide whether to not do the degree or not. And I've ended up with a degree, so
yeah,
it's got its benefits.
Congratulations, yeah.
Thanks.
So we're saying no.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Addicted to the pain cave.
No.
I do like a turbo.
I've seen you do 3 hours on a turbo.
I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's...
What, 240 watts?
That's not addicted to the pain cave.
All right, it would be for me.
You do it because...
It's to achieve a purpose.
It suits a purpose. It's not because he's in there I mean, you're in there. Well, I'm not saying you don't work hard on the turbo. I'm not saying you're lazy, but it's not because you're
I think it is kind of laziness because being on the turbo is far easier than going outside at the moment.
Because Malachi used to go out all the time, and I would try so hard to get one on a turbo. Now I'm actually quite sad I introduced him to the turbo.
You never go out.
Before I was going out, and obviously I do really enjoy riding my bike, but now it's I can get so much more quality done on the turbo. Like that.
No punches.
Yeah.
No cold.
A 3-hour ride on the
getting hit
turbo
off
is...
as well.
Yeah, 3-hour ride on the turbo in the winter is definitely more productive than going outside.
Well, it's equivalent to like a 3.5-hour ride outside. Maybe even more.
I'm not... That's...
Arguable.
I find, when people say that, I never really understood that. I mean, I get it because you have to stop at lights and things, but...
Well, I think if you...
It's definitely harder riding outside in the winter.
Well, I think of it, if you were training a little robot computer triathlete to be the best it could be on a bike or any sport, you would apply the training stress so perfectly. You'd say you want to get better at your zone 2, just do zone 2 absolutely perfectly for 4 hours. Or something like
and you
that.
Can't do that outside.
And you can't do that outside, but on a turbo, you can just straight 240 watts, 4 hours, done.
Well, I always say a turbo is it's like the gym, isn't it? It's like just squats over time.
Well, it's like
so
so much more scientific.
It's prescribed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no. We're not doing very well here, guys. Okay.
Don't fit any stereotype.
Well, I think this one...
I'm my own man.
Full kit wanker, even on a short ride.
What do you mean by that?
Always wearing all the gear. Aero hat, the lot. From what I get from social media, so we're going to get behind the curtains.
Yes,
here.
you do look the part. You look like a triathlete when you go out.
Yeah, I'd say on my TT bike, it's
Yeah.
faster to have all the bottles on, even if none of them have got water on for a 1 hour ride. I will do that because it's more aero.
Is it really?
That's how I race it, yeah.
Okay, so more weight.
So
it's not a lot of weight, is it?
It's to do with airflow.
So even if I've got 1 bottle of water for my 1 hour ride, I'll still put 4 extra ones on with nothing in.
Wow. Okay.
Just because it's faster.
And it also looks
cooler.
a bit weird when it hasn't got...
And I never use winter wheels on my TT bike. I always use a tri-spoke and a disc.
Yeah.
But I don't wear an aero helmet that much. I do
I've
sometimes.
seen you in it.
I've
seen you in it.
Definitely
I do.
Yeah, okay, let's go with yes for that one.
Yeah.
You look like you've arrived from space when I've seen it as well. That's class.
Yeah.
This one definitely, by the way, always managing an injury.
I mean...
I'd say... Yeah, you go.
Dan shrugging his shoulders.
Historically, yes, but hopefully not
Recently,
always.
no.
Yeah.
Up until last week, yes. Yeah.
Up until last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I did a bit of aeroplaning and now I've got a bit of a sore knee. But it's going to be fine.
Oh, no.
I managed half a run session this morning.
Half a run.
Yeah.
What is half a run?
It's like 10k.
Yeah, see, that's amazing. For most people, that's like
free-
half a run for them is 2k.
350 a k.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's my goal for next year, yeah. Or later this year. Foam roller in your airport hand luggage.
I wish he was that guy, but no, he
You ever
isn't
used
that
one?
guy. He
Have I
does
ever used one?
sometimes.
I used one in
to go,
2017.
when I used to say, "Mal, do some foam rolling."
I just think the foam rollers, again...
There's no scientific evidence. Like,
it's a bit of a waste
the
of time.
problem is I think it does something because I feel a benefit when I use it, so I'll advise it, whereas he might not. So it's like it's a funny one, isn't it? It's subjective, yeah.
On the
And
foam roll...
I can't say read this study, whereas sometimes I can. So it's like one of those things that you just can't.
every time I do a bit of foam rolling, I just feel
Get
like
injured.
a massage. The whole point of foam rolling is to relax your muscles. But have you ever tried foam rolling your calf? Your back and your arms are just completely dead. There's so much tension up here. Surely it's going to like flow.
I feel like you might need to
maybe I'm doing
watch
it
some
wrong.
videos. Yeah,
But I just feel like every
Attackers.
time I use a foam roller, I get off thinking that was not relaxing. That did not benefit me at all.
it's like origami. Like trying to
Yeah, I'm like all folded up like this. I saw it on TikTok.
Oh,
it's
calf
fine.
straight, but the back's fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, like my calf's fixed, but now I can't stand up straight.
Brilliant. Triathletes make lycra their entire personality.
Yeah, you're quite renowned for like a tight fitting. You do like your less. You're not really a baggy clothes. I mean, you got a baggy t-shirt on now, but when it comes to training,
Just
it's
bought
like
the wrong size.
you look the real deal when you're training.
Is it sex
Yeah.
sales? Is that the idea? Trying to get like as skimpy as possible for your social
No,
media?
I think it's more like comfort, isn't it?
Yeah,
Less
yeah.
is more.
I think I just spend all. If I'm doing 3 sports a day, I don't want to get changed in between all of them. You're lucky I've even come like this. I could have come in my lycra, but I think
I was hoping you were going to.
Well, I got it in my bag. I think it's just that's what I'm usually wearing.
Yeah, I think you've always done it. It's
Yeah.
just kit, it's training kit. But lycra kind of goes hand in hand with the sport, really, doesn't it?
When you say I don't wear like lycra when I'm swimming or when I'm running,
No, but you wear like
but I wear
tighter fitted stuff. when
Yeah,
you
I
run.
wouldn't
Yeah.
go out in like
Yeah.
baggy long shorts.
No, but some people do run in baggy t-shirts,
And you
baggy
should
shorts.
not do that. You look weird,
No, I wear tight, to be fair.
and it's not aero.
I go for the muscle fit.
The muscle.
That's the only angle I've got, guys. All right. And then blame the muscles for being so slow. That's what I'm doing. All your holidays must include a race.
I think it's only holidays. Well,
That's what I mean.
I wouldn't call them holidays. The time he leaves the country
Yes.
is to race.
To race.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever been on a
No.
holiday.
I don't think you know how to relax, actually.
No.
You- go on.
You have. You used to go. No, because you'd ride and stuff.
I don't think I've ever been on a holiday.
On a holiday.
Right, sponsors, get him on holiday. All right, get a holiday paid for.
More money, please.
Your bike is more expensive than your car.
Yeah, I
doesn't
don't
own a
own a
car.
car.
Well, that was an obvious one, wasn't it? That was by default. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Probably
couldn't,
should buy one.
I couldn't afford a car anywhere close to my bike either. So yeah, it's a double win.
Okay, we've got
Bike.
2 left. Ready?
Yeah.
You know exactly what you weigh at all times. Well, we,
No.
Historically,
Yeah.
kind of, but probably lost that.
Well-
That was the lesson learned.
There was a period where I was weighing myself every morning,
Yeah.
brutal, that is.
and I don't.
Demoralising.
I think I'm
It's more to
quite
check
proud
in,
of
I
my-
think. I think it's more to check in with yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I
just not
think-
losing too much weight or gaining too much weight. Just like normal, just like quick
Yeah.
scales. And, you know, you want to be within, what are you, like 74, 78, something like that?
I think the problem with weighing yourself once a week is that it can be quite demoralizing if, like, say you were 70 and then a week later you're 72, but when you weighed yourself at 70 you were dehydrated and you weren't fueled up, and then 72 you were fueled up and hydrated, and you think, oh, I've gained 2 kilograms. But if you weighed yourself every single day, I feel like that's better than doing it once a week. As long as it's not getting in your mind every
Yeah.
single
I
day
think
when you
for most
wake
people
up.
I
it
feel
does,
like it's
so,
a
yeah.
safe. It depends on the person. Like I genuinely think if you do, like if you have like 3 kilogram sway, you're almost doing it as a pro, really, to make sure you're not under fueling or over fueling. You know, if
Yeah.
you're putting on loads of weight, if you're weighing like 80 kilos after weighing in at 75 a couple of days before, you're like,
I messed that one
I'm
up.
probably eating a bit too. Like you can eat too. Like Sam said, you can eat too much and actually ruins your recovery.
I didn't think you were going to stop eating when you got here. I don't know if that was just me, but
When he was in
I'm dying for my pack of crisps.
got
I
into the
left out
studio
there.
just
his glycogen stores are depleting. Have you got to train again today?
No, not today.
No.
Yeah, I'm done after that
Done for the
half
day.
run session this morning.
half a run.
But I think I would like to say one more thing about my
Go for it.
anorexic episode, that I'm quite proud of myself that I didn't actually turn into any kind of proper anorexia.
you had no.
We might have to
eating
cut this bit
disorder.
out, but you know, I was locked in towards a cause and I didn't achieve
I'm not
it.
sure
and then
anorexia is quite the word we should use. I'd say weight
Eating
loss.
disorder?
Eating disorder.
That's
Yeah.
probably not great.
But like
Take 3.
It's a weight loss journey.
Still
I'm
risky.
really proud that I didn't get an eating disorder when I came so close. And everyone around me was like, "Oh, Malachi, you're going to get an eating disorder." And I was like, "No, you
Tough.
don't. You don't know me."
You don't know the end game.
Yeah, I'm doing it towards a goal. I think like sport and triathlon running is a great place to hide an eating disorder. You look at all these top level athletes and you're like, if you weren't doing sport, you'd be locked up in a hospital and force fed.
White coated out of there.
You
Locked
would.
Locked up is a bit ropey, but okay, we're going to leave that in.
You would. They would be locked up.
Clip that.
Okay, last one then, if we think Malachi fits the criteria. Shaved legs year round.
Yeah.
Get them out.
These bad boys, that's shiny.
Yeah.
That is delicious.
Definitely.
I mean, it's got a bit of hair, but
There's a little bit. More than
It's
expected.
the winter.
Let him off.
that's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
as
Let
long
him
as it gets. You know, when I was at school when I was younger, because I did so much swimming, it like just bleaches all the hair, the chlorine.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, Malachi, he's got like such shiny legs. And I was like, yeah. I'm like 16 at school, and
I
everyone's
feel like
like
he's more proud about that than any other
Any
accolade we've
PB,
had since
yeah.
we spoke.
He's got
15
such
minute
shiny
5K.
legs.
His
Bah.
shiny legs is what.
Shiny legs,
Well, there
though.
you go.
Delicious.
Shiny legs. Yeah.
That is the end of my stereotype round. I think you got out of quite a lot of those, actually. I think you
I
did
don't
pretty
think
well.
I got
Yeah, I think. you
Hardly
got-
any.
one.
No, the lycra.
I think that's
So
fine.
bike was more expensive. There's plenty in there.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
couple.
yeah.
Yeah, you had a,
Okay.
yeah, you got a couple in there, mate. Sorry, not
That's not a
completely.
loophole though, because I don't own a car. So
Well, it's still true.
Technicality,
can't
mate.
afford a car because I've spent
Yeah,
it all
because
on
you
the
bought your bike.
There we go.
Wait till you get your Canyon sponsor, and then they might send you a car instead.
Or my coup sponsor,
Or your Coos.
and I quit.
Hey, there's some good athletes on Coos now.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
I've personally really enjoyed having you on the show, Malachi, and I want to
Thanks.
let everyone know that's listening where else they can find you if they've enjoyed listening to you too. So where can people watch you more?
You can watch me on Instagram if you really want to, Malachi_triathlon, and I've also got a YouTube channel. It's not very good, and I post on there
You
couple,
still.
couple times.
Dan
a year.
hates it, doesn't
Yeah,
he? as well?
I've
Say
got
again.
I've-
I what?
Dan's not a subscriber.
no Dan's. You know,
Your
Dan,
YouTube channel's better than your Instagram.
yeah, because it's more your style of professional, and
You mean it's not controversial?
Dan's pretty controversial. I don't know what he's on about.
I think you want me to be like all the other like British triathlon triathletes who are just
I don't
no
want you to be anything
personality.
like a British triathlete. I told you to stay away from them.
No, but you know what I mean. They're just people. They're not themselves. They're like, oh, you're a GB athlete rather than you're Malachi, and that's what I'm going for. The brand.
The brand Malachi.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you can be who you. I don't have to enjoy watching your content
Yeah,
to like you.
that's where I was leaning. That's where I was leading to. Dan's actually got me on mute because he just doesn't like the
Yeah.
Instagram.
I like you more than your content, and I want it to continue that way. So there's nothing, we don't have to like. If we liked everything about everyone, the world would be a boring place.
What a fantastic
Yeah.
place to end the show, I guess. On that
I don't
amazing
even know
note.
what to say
No,
after that.
Dan, I'm speechless. Thanks for your time, mate. Malachi, thanks for coming on. We would have you back
Thank
anytime.
Cheers, man.
And I'll make sure
Cool. Thanks.
everyone can
Enjoyed
find
it.
you in the description with all your links. Thanks, mate.
Great.